Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us right here on My Conversation, My Central Valley, KAIL. Once again, it's Feather the Wise, your host for the morning. Hope you guys are up and getting started this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We got a great show lined up for you today, so we're going to get off into our guests right off the top. Please put your hands together and welcome Daniel Salazar and Lupita Uribe from Valley View Credit Repair.
Thank you for having us.
How you doing, Dan?
Good, good.
You good? My lady. Now, give us an overview. You know, what do you do at Valley View Credit Repair?
Well, we specialize in raising credit scores. We have clients that come in with low credit scores, maybe in the 500s. I have some clients in 700s. They're trying to get to the next level where they could get some better discounts as far as interest rates.
Right.
So we definitely help them out with those type of things.
Now, coming into, you know, we're here in October and knowing that the holiday season is upon us right now. Now, how does the holiday season come into effect with your credit score?
Well, that's a great question. It definitely affects with new credit cards. We have people applying for new credit, especially when they're doing the shopping. You know, there's also high usage. It's known that about $1,000 is going to be spent on toys or gifts this holiday season, and about 56% of consumers are going to use credit cards to purchase those gifts.
Wow.
So that definitely is going to raise that usage, and we're also going to see lower credit scores coming in January and February and so on.
I know that's one of the things here that we do is we want to save up the whole year and start blasting out during the holiday season and start swiping and just hitting the cards.
Yes, yes.
Now, is there any advice that you would give as far as like for their spending on how to go ahead and probably protect their credit score over the holiday season?
The best advice would be just make sure that we're not going over 30% usage on credit cards. Just know that anytime you pull your credit, if that's it's going to be a new hard inquiry, it's going to cost you anywhere from 5 to 15 points depending on your credit score. So that can definitely hurt, especially if in January you're going to purchase, maybe you're looking into purchasing a vehicle or you're trying to get into a home or a new job. Just know that credit score is going to take a dip.
With credit repair, it's not like it's something that's tangible. Explain, how does the process work when they first come into your office?
When they come into my office, we're going to do an initial consultation. That consultation is going to take anywhere from 15 minutes. It could take as long as an hour, just depending on what we see on that credit report. Every credit report's different, so some of them are very complicated. I have to sit there and analyze everything and come up with a real game plan that's going to raise that credit score. Once we have them there, we come up with a game plan depending on what they need the credit score for. If they're just trying to fix it, we have a 6-month contract for them. We can sit there and look through their finances, see where we can raise their credit score. It doesn't have to be all in 1 month. It could take some time to get there.
Now, is there a common, I know that in all things, is there a common purchase or a common mistake that people make with the usage of their credit card and that affects their credit score?
Yes, one of the biggest ones is going over that 30% mark, or just missing a payment, thinking that it's not going to be something that's going to drop their credit score too bad. But if you're sitting on a 700 credit score, you miss one late payment, it's going to cost you about 100 points, close to 100 points.
Really?
So you want to make sure you're making your payments on time. You want to make sure that you have that usage under 30%, and that you're not pulling that credit. I mean, we have clients that come in that are pulling 15 hard inquiries a year, and that's a lot.
Wow. Now, just as a background, just so we can get a little bit of history, how long have you been repairing credit?
Valley View Credit Repair has been open for about 2 years.
Okay.
I came from litigation. My background's litigation. I did medical collections for 13 years, and that it was a smooth transition.
Right.
Switching over from litigations, especially in the collection side, and majority of my clients have collections. So it's I know what I'm talking about when we're talking about different derogatory accounts.
Definitely. Now, coming along, after you get past the new year, a lot of the resolutions is losing weight now.
Yeah.
Transforming that over into your credit. I know one of the main things is getting your credit under control, especially when going into a major purchase.
Yes.
And you build credit so you can get into a house, and that's where
I would
come
be.
in at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where I would come in if their goal is to become a homeowner.
Right, right.
Seeking the American dream. That's where if they're not ready, then he will start the process, and once they're ready, then that's where I'm able to help them, because obviously without good credit score, you cannot purchase a home unless you're buying cash. So many of the times, you know, there is people that are interested in becoming homeowners, but they have issues. I call them glitches.
Okay.
As a real estate professional, you know, I want to be able to help them, but obviously without them having the right FICO score, they're not able to. So, you know, I just let them know, you know, we can get you off to a good start.
Now, is there what's the average credit score that they should be shooting for to go ahead and get into a home, that is?
Well, there's so many programs. I mean, you could qualify at a 550 credit score. I wouldn't recommend it
Right,
because the
right.
interest rate's going to be outrageous. The amount of
Right.
money that's going to be required, it's going to be outrageous. 640 is typically where they want you. A mortgage company wants you around 640, 660. And, you know, we typically see an increase within our program about 120 to 140 points. And in some cases, if someone comes in the range of 475 credit score, we can move them up. I mean, I've had clients go up 200 points, 250 points. So we see that all the time.
I like the term that you use when it comes down to issues. You say glitches.
Yeah,
I know.
glitches.
I know a lot of people with some glitches. I need them to fix.
I don't
And
want to
that's-
scare them. I want to encourage them.
Be like,
you
girl,
know?
you got too many glitches for me to talk to you about. Now, for everybody's watching who want to come in and they're interested in getting their credit fixed, how can they contact you and what's the best way to get a hold of you?
They can contact us at 559-340-4620. We're located at 2519 West Shaw Avenue, Suite 108, on Shaw in between Marks and Van Ness. www.valleyviewcreditrepair.com. And Lupita?
I am 2350 West Shaw, or you can find me on Lupita Uribe Facebook. My number is 559-301-1654. Thank you.
Well, I tell you what, thank you so much for being a guest on my show. Give another round of applause for Daniel and Lupita from Valley View Credit Repair. You guys don't go anywhere. I'm going to tend to a couple of glitches. We'll be right back after this.